time on Godspeed, we need to revamp Mo. Now there's an A-list and a B-list of things I gotta do on Mo. The worst issue I gotta fix is the front cab mounts, which are so rotted away that the clutch no longer works correctly. Secondly, we need brakes, which previously worked on the truck, but now it needs some rear hoses. I would like to rig up some actual J-hooks, and it probably wouldn't hurt to reattach the mud flap that fell off. I may even go as far as to change the oil and the fuel filter, but I don't want to get too far ahead of myself, because all this just starts with getting to the work at hand. So I've got a basic plan for how to make a new cab mount, but it'll have to be a complete new fabrication because the rust runs deep in this cab. But I've always got junk metal to build with. Got it! The body mount's a little bit on fire. You gotta keep smoking! It'd be much easier to get the job done if the tools weren't actively on fire all the time. It's ridiculous, man. There we go. Got it! So here is the cab mount that I came up with. Basically, you got a big piece of angle iron going up to where it is actually solid metal still, because everything else underneath here, where the original cab mount is all rusted out. And I got a big gusset going back down to this plate that comes across over to this area of solid metal. But this whole assembly is only tacked together. I gotta go make it solid before I go welding it into place on the truck. So here's a better view of the cab mount I made. This is gonna come up to a solid point on the firewall. That's gonna come down to a solid point on the side of the cab. And there's a rear cab cross member that's gonna attach to. You have to do a lot of wiggling to get it in there, but this should be the last time I have to do that. There you go. That's approximately how it's going to sit then. So this is the real moment of truth. We're going to step on the clutch pedal and see if this gap changes at all. Feels like this thing moves. This is the way I hope that I'm going to make this thing more rigid. I'm going to add this chunk of angle iron approximately like so. So that bottom chunk of angle iron has been flexing this entire time, and we did kind of help it out by putting that other brace in there, but not fully. I should have made that out of tubing this whole time, but I couldn't find any. But I think this gate is fair game. I think I swallowed a spark. Despite adding various chunks of metal and square tubing and whatnot to there, it still flexes enough, so I'm going to add this chunk as a big gusset that rides against this plate here. Okay, bump stop gusset thingy in place. Let's see if that fixes it. So now I just got to repeat the process on this side. This side of the cab is actually in a lot nicer shape and has a lot less strain on it, so I just added this piece of metal in there, and it doesn't have any supports on it in any other direction, and I think it's going to be fine. And also, I have these bushings in better shape on this side too, so. And the gap isn't even horrible, so I'm going to call it good. While I'm waiting for some other parts to come in, I figure I'll do some little things like putting this back on the back end of this truck, and this is the only truck that I have that's got cat engine in it, so I think those got to go on here too. So he's got a chunk of like erector set angle iron in here as a sandwiching plate for the other rear mud flap. And I got this chunk right here that I'm going to use as a pseudo chunk for the other side, and this is already even cut to the right length, so all I have to do is cut some holes in it. Well, I should have looked in the bolt bin first because the only bolts I have are 7/16 and I drilled these all for 3/8. Put on the truck a little bit bigger too. Yeah, I don't know. Just for boring them out, this might work, but I have my doubts. Ooh. Plan B. Plan B. And I gotta cut the top off of this thing. Alright. And just like that, we got two mud flaps on the back again. So check out the new toy. This is the second cheapest plasma cutter on Amazon. It's about 200 bucks, and we've been using it for just a bunch of little tin work around here for some other stuff. And I figure it's gonna make cutting these holes for the Mudflaps a lot quicker, and so that's what I'm gonna do right now. Oh, that's ugly. How's that look? Got some very expensive brake lines to put on the back end here. There are two that go to this rear end. That guy is super seized on there. And so I got this little chunk of line. Thank you, Dad, for flaring it. You're the man on that. I'll have a nice free end that spins on this side. And that'll be great because right now I cannot get that sucker off of there, and I think this will just be easier than re-flaring it on the truck. Oh my, we got 7/10 yesterday, and so that's gonna make the work area a little sloppy. So in real life, this took several months to find. In the video, it's probably gonna be about 10 seconds. Basically, this line is made out of unobtainium. You may recall that I got that hose on there and basically had to just add a little short chunk of line on there. Well, I bought two of those assuming it's the right size, but it wasn't. So this hose has 1/2 inch by 20 connectors on 5/16 line. For whatever reason, where that line is 1/4 inch with the 7/16 style fitting. So this line is basically I had to get it custom made. I couldn't find that anywhere, and they even had to solder on my old fitting onto the one end. But it's got a swivel end on one end, so I don't have to do anything special here. I should just be able to, oh, got that in the mud. I should just be able to put that right on there. Nice. Come on. Well, the rear brake line is on, which normally would mean this is about the part of the show where we would go bleeding brakes, but the rear end is kind of in a swamp, and I'd literally rather work on it anywhere but here, so I think we're going to put tires back on it now. Unfortunately, I think the crusters are going back on. I was going to borrow tires off of that truck, but now it's going to actually be the main well truck. Oh, that looks good to see them back on there again.
Go.
See if it shifts any nicer. Yes, it does.
Really?
Yes, much better. That feels way better.
Well, good. Well, then all your work was worth it.
Yes. I'm going to Calais now.
No, you're not.
Back in action. We're almost back in action. So here's the overly complicated braking system on this truck. Up there you do have the regular style master cylinder that all trucks have. Then it comes down here and you got two extra boosters down here. Most old 3 tons only have one, but this has got two. You got a hydraulic, or you got a brake line coming in here. That comes through the frame rail, goes up the frame rail, does like 50 turns to get to the master cylinder up there. Then it comes around and it comes to here, and eventually from each of these it goes out either way, so you gotta bleed it there and there first. I think it's how, at least how we did it. And then you have your regular bleeders on your regular slave cylinders, but then you got 2 slave cylinders on the rear end there. There's an upper and a lower. So it's a fairly complicated system with like 8 bleeders you gotta get to, but we have brakes now, so that's all good.
Yeah, but what's cool though is you put these front flaps on here that say cat diesel power. That'll just give you 2 miles to the gallon right there.
Yep.
And then you got this lovely, lovely ram off of a Morris cultivator. There you go.
And it's yellow, so it looks like it's from a cat.
That's right. It's got the cat colors built right in.
I really want my J-hooks going. We bought these like at least a year ago, and bought a chain about a year ago as well, but I've never put them together. We got a brand new chain. It's like the nicest thing in the whole operation, and I am very much so looking forward to having a nice 6-foot chain with a grab hook on one hand and a J hook on the other. How am I gonna do this? I need the front load. Get that even higher. Now what are the odds that'll start? Always fight me. You always lose. Ooh, I'm about nailed that on the first go, I tell you. Take out that link. It does feel a little sacrilegious cutting up a new chain, but here we go anyways. With perfect hindsight, I could tell you that a zip disc would have been a far better way to cut that link, but I did enjoy playing with the new toy. Yeah, ready? Sniping up and we'll have ourselves a set of real J-hooks. J-hook on one side, grab hook on the other. Oh yeah, brand new chains and brand new hooks. Almost ashamed to use them, but use them I will because that's what they're here for. What do you think, boy? Are they shiny enough? Ooh, they're fine, these chains. Test drive number one, we will see how this goes. The brakes might take 1 or 2 pumps, we're not sure yet, but we'll see.
That looks like they're working.
Yep, they're working. That's cool. It's shifting better. It's braking better. Oh yeah. That's better. Bucket seats are not a favorite. I like brakes that work. Now that Mo's back in action, this Impala has to move. I mean, it is right in the way as it possibly can be. And we're both kind of sick of going around it with the cultivator, aren't we?
Yes, we are. You want to call it from the front or the back?
I'm not sure yet. Let's take a look.
A prosperous farm, man. I tell you, we got a nice gold chain. I feel like a pirate.
Thistles. I hate weeds.
I hate them too, man.
Stop poking. Ow, you're poking.
Oh, there's thistles. They'll grow no matter what, man. They were the first thing to come back on Mount St. Helens.
They were?
Yep.
Oh, that's a good tool right there, man. Chains are tight, man. Chains are tight. Beautiful golden new chains. Shame to first use them on a Chev, but it needed to move. Doesn't lock?
The column doesn't lock.
Sounds like I might have to take a ride. Oh, you locked it? Good, good, good.
Tire's a little low.
Didn't Kramer have this same car on Seinfeld?
Isn't this Kramer's car? Hey, Cosmo! They're towing your car! Hey, my car!
Yeah, you're pretty much good there. Looks way better. Take that, you stinking weeds. Thanks for watching. Be sure you like and subscribe so you don't miss the next thing I pull home with Mo.
Oh, please subscribe and watch our videos.